This is the big one, the Club Champs. Played around this golf course a lot on the channel, but it's never in the Club Champs. This is the day that you want to go out and shoot your best round. What a roll! Proof is in the pudding. If you just stay patient, keep giving yourself chances, eventually it will happen. So this is the big one, the Club Champs. Played around this golf course a lot on the channel, but it's never in the Club Champs. This is the day that you want to go out and shoot your best round. 100 players, and currently the best score in the clubhouse is 69, 1 under par. It's pretty breezy out here today, and I wasn't allowed to enter into the Club Champs because I'm officially a pro. So pros aren't allowed to play in the event. For some reason, I don't know why that is. It's been a tradition for years, but I'm gonna play this afternoon, same course, same pins, everything, and we're going to see what I can shoot. Hopefully we can score better than 69, but it's 2 rounds, and yeah, come along and see if we can win the Club Champs. I'm all lined up, and we won't get any smudges on the ball because I've been using these Golf Ink pens, and you can buy these at gxgolfgloves.com and use code JOSH10 at checkout and get 10% off. So these greens are going to be probably the fastest I'll see them all year. Yeah, just check out these speeds of these greens here. I mean, I'm not seeing that on a Tuesday evening, you know. Look at this. Right, first hole, 427 yard par 4. Wind is out my left here, down out the left, which is pretty awkward wind for the first hole, and I'm going to talk you through this round. So yeah, it's not really going to be like a full-on locked in no talking. I'm going to really try and explain what I'm doing today. These videos seem to always do well on the channel, so give a little insight to what I'm thinking, what shots I'm hitting, and hopefully we make some birdies. Gonna have to do my own call out on the tee from Ventnor, Joshua Oddy. Come on then, let's have it, boys. Let's have it. It's like a low necky bullet that's now A1. I mean, ball flight will look hideous, but she's down there. So we're just in the right semi here, but you can see a bit of grass on the back of the ball there. So this one's probably going to come out a little bit less spinny, more likely to be a jumper. I have got 154 yards. So realistically, I'm probably going to take 10 off straight away just for this lie. So I'm playing it for a 145 shot. Wind is a little bit all over the place at the minute, but it's more probably left to right. So 145 is going to be pretty good. If you know, you know. Compass is out, and I'm just checking the wind. We've got a westerly wind, which is a little bit, it's down out the left. It's slightly down, so which just confirms this club even more for me. So 145, it's going to be perfect. Why does it feel into? Why does it feel into now? Don't do that to me, wind. It's a big wedge, but you just got to trust, like, out of these lies, it will jump a little bit. And as you can see, it's baked out here. So just going to go a little draw off the flag. Bit of number. Go. Yeah, we're good. We're dancing. Perfecto. Right. Pin eye. Pretty good shot in there to about 25 feet. And this one is fairly straight, maybe a hint of right to left. Probably going to start to see it break a little bit more towards the end of the putt. First bit's pretty straight, and then that last bit you're just going to see it move a hair. So I'm going to play this one at a 1%, which is going to be just outside the right edge, and hopefully it has a little sniff. Just all about speed. That's a poor putt. That's a poor putt. Slower than the putting green. So pretty straight on this one. Up the hill. And we are off. Okay, hole number 2. We have got 150 yards to a middle flag, and literally this is as middle as it gets. So slightly down the breeze. I am going to go for a 9-iron and play this for about a 140 shot. I don't think the wind's actually going to help it much, and that's one thing to note when you're downwind is actually, you know, if you're bringing the flight down, realistically, how much is that going to add on if it's downwind? It's probably not a lot. Almost knocks it out the air sometimes. So, yeah, I'm actually going to go ahead and hit my 145 shot, and hopefully it should be somewhere close. Right. Nice little 9-iron. At Z flag. High. Catch a piece. Oh, I think that's just in the right bunker. A little bit of a leaky one there. Didn't trust the wind at all. Well, take the positives out of every shot. Pin eye. Fantastic club. Just drifted a hair right. I mean, literally 1 yard further left and it would have caught this right edge. We would have had about 15 foot for birdie. So, you know, that's all it is in golf, is 1 yard here or there, and you know, you're all of a sudden under a bit of pressure to make par. So yeah, just a splashy bunker shot here. The slope's going to do most of my work for me, and I'm just going to splash this one out. Should just release all the way down to the pin. Go. 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 Not bad. Not bad. Right, so we've got about 10 foot up the hill, right to left. Feeling about a 2.5 there, but where it's uphill, my arm is going to be straighter. So that's because the putt is slower. 2%, just outside that right edge. And 1 foot past pace, this should be pretty close, I think. Oh, that's big. That is big. You do not want to drop shots early. We're in there, level par, through 2. Right, third hole, 420 yards. Now, there's a gorse bush in the middle of the fairway, and it's about 270 to carry, but we've got down out the right wind, so if we hit a good one, this should be a-okay, and there's a bunch of room right, so if you know me, you know I don't miss left. Right, good swing, give it a rip, come on. Just left of the gorse flight, and it's good now. Whew. Little bit lucky there, but we're in play. Okay, we have found our ball, and she is not looking good. 134 left in to this back flag, and out of this lie, I mean, I'm genuinely thinking about landing this about 100 yards. This is going to really tumble out of this lie, so with how firm it is, you know, this is going to move as soon as it hits the ground. So yeah, I'm literally looking at a 100-yard shot with a sand wedge or a gap wedge here, and it probably will chase all the way back. I'm going to go just left of it, and as I said, this one should tumble hard. Just get a good bounce. Go! Go! He's on the green. Right. 45 feet remaining, and just grateful to even hit a green in reg there. One thing that UK summer golf will teach you is acceptance of your outcome, and whatever happens when you hit that shot is literally in the hands of God. And you know, sometimes you're gonna get a good bounce like I just have just there, and you know what, acceptance that I'm probably gonna get a few bad bounces out here today, but that is just golf. And I think the quicker you can accept that and just be okay about that, you know, that's when your results will get better, because literally you cannot control it. You just have to give yourself a clear shot of what you want to hit, commit 110% to it, and whatever happens to that shot, you can't control the outcome. So, you know, like I say, grateful to be on the green and have a chance at birdie here from 45 feet, but also I'm very accepting of the outcome regardless. Right, after that waffle, we've got 45 feet, a little left to right, all about speed. Speed looks fantastic. Ah! And that will be an easy tap in par. Right, hole number, I was going to talk cuatro, Spanish? Cuatro? Yeah? Cuatro. You don't need to pause it. Hole cuatro, 307 yards. Hope you all can appreciate my good Spanish accent there. Yeah, this one is a pretty straightforward par 4, and to the top of the hill is about 210. Everything once it gets down is just going to go for England. So yeah, I'm just going to bring a 6-iron back in the stance here and just try and chase one out down that slope. So yeah, ball back, little trappy one. Hold. Okay, it's going to be okay. It's down the left, which I didn't really want. I know the pin's front left, so it's going to be a tough pitch shot in that. 51 yards, and yeah, this pin is just filth. So it's quite hard not to end up in this position here as everything filters in to here. But you know, same again. It's just being accepting of your outcome, and you know, at the end of the day, this is a really, really tough shot, but I'm going to try to execute in my head what I think the perfect shot is, and then, you know, simply just accept the outcome. So yeah, 51 yards, probably going to try and land this at about 40. Should take one nice little skid onto the green. Hopefully a little bit of zazz on it. Struck it great. Nice bounce. Spin, stop, just, yeah. I mean, what can you do? Do you know what I mean? I feel like right there, I have played the perfect shot. Like exactly how I drew it up in my head. Takes the firmest bounce forward and right, and now I'm 25, 30 foot, you know, acceptance. That's it. We have got ourselves 25 foot, left to right, down the slope, around about a 2%. Right, my line is a good couple of feet outside that left edge. All about speed down this slope. Go. Go, go. What a putt that is. Oh my God. Ay, ay, ay. Well, that close to our first birdie, but it's going to be a tap-in par, and we are level par through 4. Okay, fifth hole, 131, playing 139. It's saying pins on the lower level, which I don't know if I believe, but I'm gonna trust the sign. I think it is. So 131, playing 139. I'm gonna simply go middle of the green and just hit my nice little low draw into this pin. Keep it under that wind. It's a really good strike. Well, I've spoke about acceptance for the first few holes, and I think this is a great time to say that word again. I've literally pitched that over the flag. It's razzed and then ended up down this slope. I mean, when I was walking up, I thought, is it in the hole? And then now I'm down here. So, but acceptance. We have to be accepting. Yeah, pretty tough one to say the least, actually. I'm gonna go just a hair left of it. High flopper dopper. Well, that'll do. Right, little tap in from 3 feet, left edge. In she goes for the par save. Am I grateful to get off there with a par? I mean, you know, am I grateful to get off there with a par? I mean, to land it on the green and for it to be down there is very, very rare. But, you know, it genuinely, it does happen, you know, and you're going to get good breaks, you're going to get bad breaks. So it's just about trying to accept it and move on. But good up and down. We're level par through 5. Still some birdies ahead. Come on. Hole 6. If you don't know what that is, that's 6 in Spanish. 367 yards, par 4, down the hill. Quick and fiery. As soon as it gets to the top of this slope, it is gone. So if we can get this one on a good line, it could be very, very close to the green. So just trying to hit this one on a good line, good positive swing, should get pretty close. There's the bell. Hey, right. Freeward, or forward, shall I say? Come on. Me gusta. You going? Yeah. Right. We are in the left rough, just. And I've got a good amount of green to work with here. Out of this lie, I think we're just going to have to hit it slightly higher just to get the stopping power onto it. We're not going to get much spin out of here. So if you're not getting much spin, you've got to stop it somehow, and that's with height. And yeah, I'm just going to try and land this one. Could either play it a couple of ways. I could land it into this first slope and just release it on, or we could just try and fly it onto the front edge, and it should be pretty good. So yeah, I'm just going to fly this one onto the front edge, release her back there. Hey! Acceptance, not bad. 6-7 foot for birdie. Okay, probably our first real chance at birdie, and I'm not feeling a lot, to be quite honest. And I always say this, wise man once told me, Jamie Donaldson, Mr. Aim Point. If you don't feel much, probably because there ain't much. So I'm going dead straight. Okay, line is pretty good. That's one thing I would say. If you're using a line, make sure that line is correct. So yeah, this is absolutely bang on. Just asking for a good stroke on it now. Just start it on line with a good speed. It's not that hard. Come on. Just. I think if that was a little bit firmer, that's why I quite like lip-in speed, because when it's catching an edge, it drops in, versus when you hit that 2 foot by on that same line, it lips out. So that's, you know, the perks of the lip-in speed. Just catches that edge and falls in. 1 under through 6. Okay, hole number 7, 331 yards. To the end of the fairway, we've got about 220, and I'm going for a 5-iron. This should chase all the way to the end. Wind's out my left, and I was saying to the old man, I normally hit driver here if the wind is out the right, and that is the prevailing wind, the normal wind of Shanklin Sandown. So normally I just pound my fade and it, you know, it holds up, but with wind out the left here, it's a pretty awkward shot for me as I fade it. So yeah, I'm opting for the 5-iron here and just trying to chase one up to the bottom of the slope, leave ourselves a nice wedge in. Yeah, pretty pure. Yeah. Right, second shot in here on hole 7. I will put a little dot on where the top of the flag is. We've got 110 playing 120, so up 10. I'm going to go with a flighted pitching wedge here. Just try and flight one to the number. I think it's going to be playing pretty similar to what it's actually saying on the tin right here. So I'm going to go 120 shot pitching wedge. Sit. Might need to sit, I think. I don't know. Pause. Yeah. Right. Pin eye. Pretty good shot. Just pulled it ever so slightly. I've got a 25 footer again, and this one is a 4%, but going to be playing pretty slow up the hill. I'm going to go 7 on the stimp. Again, I mean, this one, all about speed. Snap. Fucking hell. I mean, that was just a moment of, yeah, yeah. Don't really know what to say there. I mean, this one's going to be rapping. Honestly, that's probably gone 4 foot. Ready? Okay, hole number 8, 523 yards. Into the breeze, which I can't remember the last time I actually played this hole into. It's normally straight downwind. I've had 60 yards into this recently. But today's probably going to be actually playing like a par 5. So yeah, I'm going to go slightly lower tee and just try and drive this one out there. Still going? Yeah. All right, let's go then. Right. I can feel that wind into now. Okay, low peg. Just going to stay a little bit more lead side on this. Just come out a hair lower on me. Hold on. Hey! pretty good, right rough. Right, we've got 210 yards to the flag. Got a little bit of a funky lie going on here. And this is a really, really tough second shot. Everything's going to just work away from me. And realistically, my only job here is don't go long. So I'm going to go for a low, punchy 7-iron here and try and land it around about 170, 180. I've got 190 to the front edge, so should just take one nice skid and chase on back there. Breeze is ever so slightly into me here. God, it's come out low, isn't it? Kick right, kick right, kick right. Hard. Oh, it's kick left. It's chalked. Ah, it's dead. Dead, 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 dead. Oh, couple of places I didn't really want to leave it, and yeah, this would probably be in the top 3 of where I don't want to leave it. I can't land this down the bottom. It's just gonna, it's just too firm. And also if it lands on that downslope, it's just gonna go. So I'm gonna try and play like a soft lob wedge coming out into this first section here, and just simply just try and release it down that slope. Hands in the gods, come on. Sit, sit, sit. Hey! Oh my God, look at it, it's still going. I mean, not awful, pretty good. Okay, we have got 15 foot up the hill. Feeling a hint of left to right. It's going to be pretty slow, I assume, up this hill. I mean, generally probably a 1% just outside that left edge. Change the language. Not probably. It is. It is a 1% left to right putt. Up the hill. Pulled it. Pulled it. What a line as well. Shame. That feels like a bogey. I mean, pretty tough second shot into this green, but yeah, feels like a bit of a bogey, that 1 under through 8. Okay, hole number 9. We are straight downwind, which is again a rarity on this hole, but it's almost going to help us get back to this back pin. I don't know if I can land it up top tier and hold it, just with how firm it is at the minute. But I'm going to try to hit a lower flighted, knock that flight down. I mean, try and land it in between 125, 130, and it should just take a nice little skid up to that top level. So that's the game plan anyway. Talk a good game. Back it up, come on. Nice little low trappy wedge. Just be a good number. Sit. Yeah, top level. We're dancing. Well, I said I couldn't hold this top tier and I was bang on. It's just stopped in the fringe here, and now we've got a quick one down the hill, and a slope lurking behind it is never what you want. This one's going to be pretty quick as well off this back edge. It's all downhill, so speed number 1 priority here. Just got a hint of left to right in it as well. Speed, bang on. and that will get us safely through the front 9. 1 under through 9, and we've got some chances on the back 9, so not a bad 9 holes. Right, hole number 10. Tough par 4 here, and all about the tee shot. There's a marker pole in the middle of the fairway and someone is still on the right hand side, but yeah, this is all about a 220 layup from here, slightly downwind, firm, so 5-iron is the choice of club. Okay, we are ready to go. I've actually changed club. I've gone to a 6-iron. The more time you stand in the tee box, the more time you have to think. There's a 6. Just trying to split the pole and the Christmas tree. That is a dreadful strike. Go. And that should be, somehow it's going to be alright. Slappy as hell. Right, 152, playing 154. Down the breeze, and pin is just behind the trees here. I'm almost going to play it to the corner of the trees and just try and cut this one round. Should be pretty good. 140 shot. This is going to be money. Come on. Really good strike. Line is naughty as well. Absolutely spot on, Tiger. Come on. Round about here, and then it's come all the way back off the front edge of the green, which just showing its teeth, you know. As I said, Club Champs is always going to be the toughest time that the course is played. So yeah, it's normally fiery, fast, and you know, you can see that from the front edge there. I mean, normally it just sticks there, so you can see they've made the greens a little bit quicker than what they normally are. But yeah, this one all about speed from around about 40 feet up the hill. Hint of right to left. Tremendous. Not bad from down there. Right, 3 foot. Straight back up the hill. Just about start line these. Lined up good, stroke it good. In she goes. 1 under through 10. So Club Champs as well, I just want to say that I think the reason why people don't score what they normally score week to week, I just think the course plays completely different. You know, and credit to the greenkeepers round here, and you know, for all the hard work they put in. They build it for weekends like this, and what happens is the course just plays so different to how it normally is. You know, I don't normally see a ball get onto this front edge and roll all the way back, you know, 25, 30 foot, leaving me 50 foot back up the hill. But, you know, Club Champs, it's playing completely different. So, yeah, I think that's one thing you got to be aware is when you play your Club Champs at home and, you know, you don't necessarily have your best scores, I think that's round the board as well. The course just plays completely different, and it normally will be the toughest conditions. So, yeah, you've got to be on your game and sharp at all times because, you know, moments like that, it will catch you out. Right, hole 11, probably one of the toughest that we'll play so far and throughout the whole course. 193 to the pin, and it's 10 down, so straight away 183. Slightly down the breeze, 173. Firm, 163. I'm probably going to go for an 8-iron here, landing at about 155. Hopefully it should just take a nice little forward and right bounce into this middle pin. Come on then. Catch a piece, catch a piece. Down the left. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We've left ourselves one here. We're going to need some serious short game to get out of this one. I've got some short game, but yeah, this is going to require every ounce of it. I'm going to go square face, lob wedge, landing 10 foot on the green, chasing down that pin. Just there. Chase her down. Hit the hole. Oh! Pretty good. Well, this isn't a gimme by any means. 2% left to right. Fingers cover the hole when you're inside 6 foot. Little aim point secret. Yeah, this one's sliding left to right. Good stroke on that line. That's all you can do. Just hit a good putt. Whew. Just. Right, hole 12, 361 yards. Also another reason why Club Champs play so tough is because the tees are 2 paces in from the back edge. So, you know, they really stretch it out, and yeah, it's quite odd to, you know, you don't think that it's a couple of yards here or there, but it really does make a difference. And especially for like familiarity, you know the word I'm trying to say. You know, it's just not normal. So, yeah, another reason why it's tough. But just trying to hit a driver up the left-hand side here. Nice little fade. Should be good. Wind is into and out my left. I've just got to trust that it's up there. Trust it, boy. Cut! Cut! Yeah, absolutely. Spot on. Right. Just the absolute perfect drive up there. Couple of yards off the fairway, and we're in this nice bare stuff just off the fairway. But acceptance is key. 78, playing 81, slightly up the hill. I've got a 75 shot with sand wedge that is taking my fancy right now. So it should land, you know, 20 foot short of the pin. And just skididdle up there. So yeah, 75 shot with sand wedge incoming. Go. Go. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Okay, we have just left ourselves in LeBron James land, downtown. 48 feet back up the hill, right to left. I mean, this is where it kind of comes into decade. I think, you know, gives you a really clear target. And there, you know, maybe I was a little bit too scared of that back flag. You know, realistically, we've got a little bit of room behind it. So could have been a bit more aggressive, but, you know, all of a sudden you catch a firm bounce at that back edge and you go over the back of the green and, you know, you make bogey from 80 yards. That's how easy it is to rack up mistakes. So although this looks like a poor shot, we have got a birdie chance and, you know, damage limitation. This is 2% right to left. It's just going to work its way back at the end there. Again, all about speed from here. Snap, snap! Ah, just a 1-footer. Tidying up. And again, like I said, you know, look, I'd love to have made birdie there, but back flag, get a firm bounce back here. So easy to make mistakes. So 1 under through 12, still some very good chances coming up. Right, 13th hole, 380 yards. Nice little dog leg, left to right. First section of fairway here, you got to cover it kind of 200 yards. And my choice of club here is a 5-iron. Very, very powerful shot in the UK especially, and anywhere around the world that you play is pretty firm. If you can get that low trappy iron shot, it just runs and runs forever, especially UK this time of year. So it's a really, really unique shot to learn, and you know, one that you can hit under pressure. Just bring it back in your stance, chase it out, and you know, you're in play. So that's what we're opting for here. Give ourselves another good look at hopefully a birdie. So okay, like I said, 5-iron back in the stance. Just trying to trap this one out there. Yeah, money, 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 money. Oh, it's running forever. It's running. 116 playing 120, and I've got gap wedge. Pins at the front. I'm a little bit worried about it coming back, which, you know, part of me is thinking hit a pitching wedge, but I just think with the descent of that one coming in a little bit lower, I just think it's going to skid on a bit too much. So, you know, gap wedge is going to come in a little bit higher, bit more spin, and I think it's just going to probably hold there rather than come back. So, all in the mind of a golf pro. That's all we're thinking of, is loads of different little things to help us get a better outcome. And yeah, I'm going to go in between the water fountain and the pin on the left here. Wind's out my left. Just allow that wind to take it in there. 120 shot. I've pulled the life out of it. Get it, wind. Get it. Come back. I tell you what, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad. Right, pin eye again. Fantastic yardage. One thing we can take positivity out of is the distance control's been bang on, and yeah, pretty good chance here. 20 foot down the hill. I'm feeling a 3, but this is lightning, so my hands are going to come closer to me, which means obviously it's going to break more. And yeah, this one is it's going to slide purely because of the speed, not because of the slope. So the faster it is, the more break it will have on it. Just all about speed. You don't want to get too aggressive with this one. Dead weight putt. God, what a roll. What a roll! Unbelievable. That was so pure. And that is just a byproduct of being patient. You know, I've had good chances, and you know, there's been a couple of holes there. 12, I didn't hit a great wedge shot. I mean, even there, it's a little bit of an outside chance, but proof is in the pudding. If you just stay patient, keep giving yourself chances, eventually it will happen. The old man's just said I would have made that first time. About to see it. Would he have hold it? Good speed. Okay, hole number 14, 326 yards. Wind is down out of our left here. Dogleg left to right. And I'm just going to hit a low draw 5-iron up the left-hand side of the fairway to open up this front right pin. So, God, talk a good game. Back it up. Yeah, filth. Filth. Absolutely spot on, governor. Okay, 86 yards here. A1. Smack bang in the middle of the fairway. Pin is middle right. and I've got a 90-yard swing, so you know, from that number I can simply just take a few yards off of it, whether I slow tempo down or just take my swing back maybe a centimetre less. Just need a few yards off of that 90-yard swing, and it should be somewhere near that flag. Number. Yeah, really good. Really good. Right, another pretty good shot in there to 9 foot, uphill, right to left. I'm feeling a 2, but again uphill, so arm is going to be straighter. This would be lovely to drop. Got a good line there, 2% right to left, 1 foot past the hole. In she goes, come on. Yeah, really good putt. Straight in the centre. Getting a little bit hot now. 3 under through 14. 4 holes to go. See if we can make a few more. Hole number 15. 356 yards. Wind out my left. And normally I go driver over the corner here, because when wind's out the right, obviously my fade holds up against that wind. And I think it's just about being aware, like where suits your eye, where doesn't. And with this wind out of the left, you know, with driver, everything's pushing it that way. So it just doesn't suit my eye as much as when the wind's this way. So, you know, I'm just being aware of that. And again, acceptance that I could hit driver and I could fade it onto the green. But, you know, realistically, I'm just not 100% comfortable. So, yeah. Back foot 5 iron, it is just inside this bunker on the right hand side. Ball back, nice little trappy one down the middle. Yeah, perfect. A little bit low, but A1. So I think as well, that shot there, prime example of hitting a club that gives you the margin of error to hit it right and left. You know, on that line there with 5 iron, I know that I've got a huge area to hit it in. So my, you know, when I'm stood over the ball, I know, and I'm a lot more comfortable over that because of the margin of error. All of a sudden, when you push that up into an area that's tighter, you know, you get a little bit more tense here. You know it's a harder shot in your head. It's a lot harder to make that free swing. So, you know, it's about taking a club that allows you to make that free swing. And right there, you know, we're in A1, free swing. But is that just purely because it was the right club and I've got a load of room for error? Right, 133 yards here. Again, in the fairway. Great chance to hit a good shot in here. Not too much wind to worry about. And again, I'm going to try and knock that flight down so that the wind is coming less into play. 130 shot. P wedge. Should be pretty good. Just bring that ball back in the stance. Get pretty aggressive here. Oh. Oh. Jesus Christ. I mean, how's that not gone in? Might get the old snooker cue out here. No, I can't. That'd be a shot penalty. Right. No aim point needed on that one. We get to -4 through 15. Par 5 coming up. Tough par 3 and then another par 5. So couple more chances, and yeah, I mean, game's there. It's feeling good, and you know, just executing shots. And like I said earlier, it's just that acceptance that, you know, you're going to get some bad breaks, you're going to get some good breaks, but overall, you know, if you just stick to that process, commit 100% to your shots, it's out there, you know. Okay, hole 16, 507 yards, par 5, straight down, really, really firm at this moment in time. And I'm going to go lower peg here, just aim down the left-hand side. And I know that generally when I've got it on this low peg, I know what it's going to do. It's going to go left to right. So again, just giving me more room for error. And, you know, I can trust aiming them left trees, commit to that ball flight, fade it back into the middle of the fairway. Called the shot, see this shot, just got to hit it now. And that one hasn't cut at all. At all. Poor shot. Somehow, some way, we've ended up in the left semi. I thought I was going to be in the hay, but I clipped a tree and it's bounced out somehow. Don't ask me how. But yeah, we're here now. And I've got 255. I'm going to go with a rescue just up the right hand side of the green. A little bit of draw. God, I think that's dreadful. That is just shocking. Shocking. Well, this one's a little bit, just a little bit awkward. I've got a couple of shots that I could hit here. I've got one that could land in the fringe / semi rough with a sand wedge or a gap wedge, just releasing out, or I can go upstairs and land this one more on the front edge with lob wedge, which I think just removes the chances of a, you know, funky bounce. So I'm going to land this one front edge with lob wedge, release it down, sit, sit. What is this sport we play? 2 holes to go. Come on, let's finish strong. Right, hole 17, par 3, 214 yards to the pin. Wind is a little bit into and out my left. I'm going to go with a trappy low draw. Just hold it against that left to right breeze. Pin's middle right, so yeah, this is one you just want to hit it middle of the green and 2 putts and run. So yeah, I'm going to go middle of the green, probably a low 5-yard draw. We'll just hold it against that little bit of left breeze that's in there. Middle of the green, 2 putts, run. God, that's so bad. So bad. Sit. Yeah, that is just a terrible golf swing. Terrible. I mean, it's not looking great. I mean, this lie is hideous. I'm thinking if this gets onto the front edge, it's just going to release the whole way down. I'm actually going to show you guys what I'm taking a photo of right now. It is down there, buried. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of bring this one back in the stance, open face, get a little bit steep on it, and just try and pop this one out. As I say, if it lands on that front edge, it's probably going to work its way down to that pin. Go! Go! Not awful. Well, this one would be to keep it blemish free. But we have got 18 foot, 2.5% right to left, pretty flat. I'm going to play 3 fingers and then cut my third one in half. Stay up, stay up, stay up. Oh! Well, it's a bogey, but it's one of them holes. It's a tough hole. Right, 18th hole, par 5. Great chance here, but one you need to hit a good tee shot. Dog leg left to right. And yeah, as I say, it's all about this one. If you can put this in a good position, you're going to have about 220 into this par 5. So it's a really, really great chance to pick up a shot here. Okay, so I've got some dark green trees that I'm seeing from down the line. And I've got a low peg mini driver. Just going to peg it slightly lower, get on top of this one. Should get it starting left, moving left to right, back into the middle of the fairway. God, jeez. I'm going to insert a clip there. I've just had a little bit of adversity. We've got some cyclists doing some bunny hops down the middle of the fairway. Happens, adversity. Reset. Hit a good swing. Get a left to right bounce, come on. Should be pretty good, really good swing. Okay, so I've almost hit that too good. It's just come through the fairway and I've got 220 yards to this back left flag. Now, this really does suit kind of a low draw, starting at this right edge of the green and just turning back onto the pin. Bit of a specialist shot, but as you can see, there's the almighty pine tree hanging over from the left here, so we can't really start this one up the left. So yeah, bit of a specialist shot, but visualize it, see it, hit it. Right edge of the green. Nice little low trap draw back to this flag. If it works in and gets a bounce, keep going. I think it's just front left of the green. I am again a bit of an awkward one. Last time I said this, I hold it. It's one of them again. I could land it short. I'm thinking the short option here, landing it just short and just releasing it in. But then again, I could play it open face lob wedge and almost land it on that front edge. What do you think? Dad, what do you think? High or low? Here.
I'd favour low.
You'd go low, yeah. Alright. Right, the caddy said low, so I'm going to trust him. Go back foot with a sand wedge. Not bad. Right, we have got 4 feet up the hill, right to left. 2%, but it's going to be pretty slow. So it's just going to be just outside that right edge of the cup. Chance to shoot 64. Tie the handicap. +6 for a reason. Got to roll this in to prove it. Yeah. 64 -6. What a lovely evening of golf. Same day as club champs. They didn't let me play, but that's going to be a 66 round 1. Like on this video and let me know if you want to see round number 2. Can we get the job done? So 64 -6. We are in the lead by 5. And I just want to give a big shout out to all the boys that played in the club champs, because I think that when you are watching amateur golf and even some of the mini tour pros, I think you have to understand that sometimes this isn't their full-time job, you know. So these leaderboards like this, these guys might play once a week. So, you know, and even myself, I edit a bunch. I do play a bunch of golf. I'm not gonna lie, I do play a lot of golf. But, you know, I think in comparison to a tour pro that is literally just full on grinding, locked in every single day with no other worry in the world apart from just performing at golf, that is, you know, it's a lot easier to perform. It's still hard, don't get me wrong, but you know, I just want to give a big shout out to everyone that played, because, you know, massive credit to anyone that's putting in a score respectable, you know, anything under, you know, even if you're shooting 85, do you know what I mean? It's you're going out there, you're having a good time, and at the end of the day, we've all got different levels. So to go out there under the pressure of a club champs and try and perform, it's tough, you know. So big credit to everyone that played, and you know, I look forward to round 2 and seeing what the winning score is, and, you know, 5 shots ahead, but it's not over until it's over. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and we will see you all for round number 2. Peace.